All right, we're live, and I see Joe's already in the chat screaming for showcases. Um, here's hoping I don't let him down. There we go. Um, Let me know if audio sounds okay. I tried out this noise gate thing so it doesn't pick up so much background noise in the mic. So hopefully that's okay. But yeah, so we've got, it's not quite a full booster box that I'm going to be cracking open today. We did open 4 of the packs for some pack wars that me and Kurt played. So you can see that video. That should be live on YouTube right now if you want to check that out after the stream, obviously. But so minus those 4 packs, we will have 20 that I'm going to bust through and see what we get. So, pack number 1, Yaba. C3PO. Disappointing. Ooh, double hyper. Hyper base. Hyper C3PO. The Narika 5. This was the one that wasn't on the show. It's got 8 sides, even though the prison in the show only had 7 sides. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess it was 8 packs. So well, 16 packs, not 20. Sorry. Boring heal person. What do we got? Beloved Orator. When played, create a spy. Bardot and Ornithopter. Disclose to draw a card. I don't mind that. That seems pretty decent. Shadow Crawler. The 6'7" big worm guy. It makes me remind me of when I was a kid and first getting into Magic, and there was this creature called the Crowworm that cost 6, that was a 6'7", and it didn't even have ambush. It was a 6'7" creature, but because it was like the biggest creature I had, I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. Even though it really just sucked paying that much for just a big fat vanilla guy. Here's one I haven't seen yet. Well, I mean, aside from previews and stuff, the Heroic Arc 170. If you control a damaged unit, deal 2 damage to an enemy unit. Seems not too bad. Public Warwalker, 7/6 Overwhelm. That's not bad for 6. Duchess's Investigators disclose to make your opponent's discard. And it does say each opponent, so that one will be kind of funny in Twin Suns. The man, the myth, the legend, Wilro Hood. And we got the Screeching Tie. This is really cool art on this one. I really like it. But, I mean, it's EJ Delacruz, and I feel like anytime you've got a spaceship card with EJ doing the art, you're going to get something good. Corporate Warmongering. And then we got Bo-Katan. What does she do again? When played, give each enemy -3/-3. And when an enemy is defeated, give an experience token to a friendly unit. That seems like she could be really gross. But she does cost 9, so there's that. Daro Commando is our foil for the pack. Daedra. Mount Tantus. Senate Guards. You know what? I should be sorting these by color at least, so they're semi-sorted later. I'm gonna do that real quick. Otherwise, when it comes time to start actually like putting these in my binder, putting them away, I'm gonna be mad at myself for not starting some kind of sort. We're trying power button. So far we've had a Bo-Katan. That's that's our rare, and we had a hyperspace. That's like a showcase. Basically the same thing. Nubian Starskiff. Envoys. Hyperspace knowledge and defense. I love how just goofy Yoda looks on this card. I mean, it's one of my favorite pieces of art in this set, just because how silly the guy looks. Hunting assassin droid. Sneaking suspicion. Clandestine connections. Oh, another Legends card there. Clan Ordo. Astromech. Okay. Let's see. AAT Incinerator. No one ever knew. That's one of the cards we previewed. Cadal Conics. Resistance. When played, defeat all non-unique upgrades on a unit. Okay, so she's like a sort of like a mini power failure. The Libertine. What is this? This is the ship they stole, that DJ stole in Last Jedi, I think, isn't it? Yeah, that must be that. Gets +1/+0 for each captured card it's guarding. And then when played, choose an enemy unit and a non-leader friendly unit. Enemy unit captures the friendly unit. And Taylander shuttles are foil. Mon Mothma. Senate Rotunda. What do we got? We got Dark Troopers. Atreus Acolytes. Barracks Uprising. Deal damage to a unit equal to twice the number of units you control in its arena. Could see myself definitely grabbing that during drafts. Inspiring Senator. The next official unit you play costs one less when defeated. Let's call it war. What's that? Deal 3 damage. Blah, blah, blah. The worst Green Squadron A-Wing. Political Bully. Let me see. I noticed that I've kind of got my autofocus is sort of going crazy, but it won't let me turn it off. So I do apologize if that kind of ends up bothering a few of you guys. What's my most desired showcase this set? Geez, I think like the leader I'm the most interested in is Sabe. Of all the leaders I've seen so far. Kino Loy, sweet. But I mean, as far as art goes, it's hard to say because we've actually only seen 3, 4 of the pieces of art. So yeah, I mean sometimes I'm more interested in them based on their art than their actual abilities, but leader wise, I'm excited for Sabe. What do we got? We got Callus here, and well, he has the initiative, Every friendly unit gets raid 2, and when played, deal 2 damage each of up to 3 ground units. So clearly meant to go in with Cassian. You know, when you're going to want to be holding onto that initiative to keep Cassian alive. Yularen. Oh, I could see there's a hyperfoil though at the back of the pack, so we got that coming up at least. Commandos, Prune Faces, Jade Squadron, 6/6 Sentinel. Consular's Pride, the Nimble Prowess. Again, I don't know. Another one that just looks great in hyperspace. Oh, what do we got? Auric Starfighter. And Trade Federation, when played, create 2 spy tokens. I like having the spy tokens, but he's only a 3/4 for 5, so I just don't know if how worth it that guy's can end up being. Warrior Clan Ordo. Yeah. This guy we came across during when we had our sealed when we were looking through our pre-release kit. But I ended up not including him in the deck we ended up building just because his disclose I felt was going to be too unreliable. I didn't want to be dealing damage to my base that often, especially when he's yeah, Joe, the 3PO art does look great. Like, I don't know how often I'm gonna actually want to play him as a leader, but I think he looks great. This guy's kind of nuts. 7/3, and then the first time this unit would take damage each phase, prevent that damage. So, yeah, I think that's just, he's awesome. And we got Lobot. Lobot in hyperspace. Evils everywhere. Another cool piece of artwork from Vincent Dutrait. The same guy who did like the Malik Prestige art, I believe, if I remember right. And there's our hyperfoil, except it's just a boring common. Hyperfoil or hyperspace Sabe. Rick's Road. So there, no showcase, but I guess that's a good second place for the Sabe. Retaliation. If you watched our Pack Wars video, Kurt got me good with the retaliation out of one of his packs. This is another one where I'm not sure how great it's gonna end up being. Like, you know, this, I mean, 2 cards for 2 is good, but having to, historically, these other cards that have had the need to have something in the ground and something to have in space, I don't know, they just seem like they haven't been worth whatever their cost is, you know. FN Trooper Corps. Give an experience token to another friendly unit on the plot. There's Hondo. Each other friendly unit gains raid 1. This guy, I don't... Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't care for this guy. He doesn't get Sentinel until something has already damaged your base. I don't know. Just like your average politician, it's too little, too late. Jar Jar. Just a plot that'll give +2/+2 for that phase and only cost 2 seems pretty decent. And the Star Path unit, what's this one do again? Name a card, defending player reveals their hand, and for each card in their hand, you create a spy token. And there's definitely cards that let you, play with that, or else, I mean, if they're, if they are doing a lot of disclosing, you're going to be able to exploit that. Another Daedra. Dogmatic Shock Squad. Sentinel and Plot. 4/6. I wouldn't mind those in my Nala Se deck, except for the fact that when I flip Nala Se, it's I wouldn't be able to actually play them. Jeez, my autofocus, I'm really, really sorry. It's usually never an issue like this. Don't know what's going on with it. This one's one of the few hyperspaces where I say, you know what, it's actually kind of boring just because it's like all brown. Usually you get the hyperspace and you're like, ooh, this is so much better, but this unit captures an enemy non-leader unit that costs 2 or less. I was surprised just to see how much they brought back capture as a mechanic in this set. Yeah, I know what you mean, Power Button. I really am hoping. I did get one single one last set, Legends of the Force. I'm hoping for better luck this time. Let's see. Oppression breeds rebellion. If a friendly unit was defeated while attacking this phase, draw 3 cards. Alright, well, that seems to work really well. You know, I mean, that's like Luthen's whole thing, is triggering off people get defeated. Oh, there's the legendary Joe's gonna be looking for. Chopper. When this deals combat damage to a base, each player discards a card from their hand. Seems good. Well, aside from the fact that he's very vulnerable to pinging. Nope. Just a Leia. Leia was pretty funny in our Pack Wars games just because, you know, you're shuffling 2 random packs together, so it was like Kurt always had what he needed to disclose to give something a plus. Gonk droids. Joe, you should do with your Gonk droid like a guy who was my roommate in college had this one magic card called Miri Cat Warrior, and he had a binder full of just that card, and he had like 30 of them autographed as well. So I think you should strive to do the same thing with Gonks. You are a bad and disloyal viewer, Joe. Let's accelerate our plans. Exhaust a friendly unit. If you do attack with another unit, it gets +3/+0. Yeah, there you go. Another covert operative to capture Rebellious Functionary, just a 2/2 hidden for 1. Zam Wessel. Well, she's upgraded. She gets Grit and C3PO. He's a pretty interesting. Just keeps popping back to your hand to give +2/+2. And Hunter, Saboteur on attack. If the defender's exhausted, it gets -4/-0. I mean, it's not the worst Hunter card, but it's still not a great one. And Dismantle the Conspiracy. Capture any number of enemy non-leader units with a total of 7 or less remaining HP. Strike Force X-Wing, plot, and then when it's played, does 2 damage to a unit. I like that one. Nope. Not again. Nothing. Knowledge and Defense. Goofy looking Yoda again. Celian Commandos. Making the action go boom. Budget Scheming. I don't know why this title always cracks me up, because it seems like something you would read about in like the opening crawl of Phantom Menace, and they're talking about tax disputes and trade routes and all that stuff. So we've got reprints of like Rebel Pathfinders. There's some probe droids in here too. I wonder when we're gonna get reprints of like truly exciting cards. Like for someone to be like, oh man, they're doing a reprint of Luke from Spark Rebellion or something. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to do it now while Spark is still in print, or even necessarily that card, but just something more exciting than a probe droid or whatever. I'd like to see it someday. Cinta seems like she's one of the uncommons to definitely have. Escape Pod. This is, definitely a weird one. Although it does seem like it'll work good with some of the shenanigans with like what was that? The Liber something, that ship. Where is it? The Libertine or DJ, where they have your stuff get captured by enemy units. So you could have this escape pod capture something of your own that's about to die, and then like you play the Libertine, and then have your enemy unit just capture this escape pod, and when it captures the escape pod, the unit that was captured by the escape pod then becomes rescued, I believe. Queen Amidala. Create 2 spy tokens. I believe that's our 3rd legendary from the box, counting the one that we got in Pack Wars. We did get 1 legendary out of that. I can't remember what it is. You'll just have to go watch the video, I guess. But yeah, so we had the Chopper and now Queen Amidala, plus the one from our Pack Wars pack. So that's 3 in the box so far. Luthen. Plain old boring Luthen. Congress of Malastare. First upgrade you play each phase costs 1 less. Contempt for Culture. Deal 2 damage to a non-vehicle and create a spy. For 2, I really don't mind that at all. That seems like that's pretty decent value. 2 direct damage and a spy token. There is some restrictions on where you put that damage, but I would say there's very good odds a lot of times you're going to have not a vehicle that you're going to be able to target with it. These Carillion Hounds. I was asking this, and I don't know if anyone else, maybe someone in the stream knows. I was just commenting on how the art for these Carillion Hounds, they look a lot like Rancor, and I don't if in lore Rancor are supposed to be from Corellia also or not. I didn't think so, at least like not in Legends, but maybe that's something that's changed. Charged with murder, disclose blue, and if you do, defeat a damaged non-leader unit. Not bad for 4, but they do have to be damaged. But there's definitely plenty of ways to throw damage around. Another charged card, charged with treason. This one is disclose and deal 5 damage. Double rare pack. We got special modifications, which just lets you create a spy token if you play it on a transport, and a foil Captain Rex, who honestly seems pretty decent. 7/7 for 6, and then he gives something Sentinel when played, and also anytime he completes an attack. Although you do have to give an enemy unit Sentinel also, so that's, you know, a little bit of a downside, but I can definitely see it being able to play around it. Mon Mothma, especially if you stack your deck with Saboteur stuff. Really like this Mount Tantus art, especially now in the hyperspace. Looks really great. ISB shuttles, Last Jedi, diplomatic envoy. Disclose to give the next unit you play ambush. Strike 4/6 asps. Sudden ferocity. T16 Skyhopper. This one seems good. Also, this Faith in Your Friends. Go through the top 3 cards, draw a card, then you do have to reveal, you know, a fair number of icons, but at most that's going to be 3 cards in your hand, or at a minimum 3 cards, and you're drawing one. So, and then that can also help you get the 2 spy tokens. I don't know. I like that one, but maybe in practice it does end up being too inconsistent. I'm not sure. Another Jar Jar, and we have the Slimeore. Eye of Aldani. At the start of the next action phase, for each enemy unit, its controller must pay 1 or exhaust that unit. That's really interesting. That it's you play it now and it doesn't trigger till next turn. And Vel Sartha, 4/6 raid 2. And each exhausted enemy unit gets -2 while defending. That's really interesting. Another Luthen. Another Republic. I think we haven't come across any rare bases yet. Just the common ones here. Senate Warden. When defeated, disclose to give an experience token. Grassroots Resistance. This one ended up, like, at least in like some of our, like our Pack Wars games we were playing, this one was a good card. So I think it for sure definitely in like limited and stuff, just 3 damage and heal 3. I like it. Kray's Whispers. Draw 3 cards and put a card from your hand on top of your deck and another card on the bottom of your deck. Create a spy token. Unauthorized investigation. Create a spy token and disclose red to create another. Is there rare bases in this set? I don't think there is. You know what? You're right. Hallelujah. This is so Grant, I've got 4 boxes of Carbonites. I mean, I don't have them on me right now because they're not out yet. But as soon as they are released, I have 4 Carbonite boxes that I'll be streaming also. So fingers crossed for that Jar Jar prestige. No, but the Lando one they just showed off the other day. Was that today or yesterday? I can't remember. But oh man, that Lando prestige looks so good. And actually, like all the prestiges they've been showing off have looked just so good enough that I upped my Carbonite order for this set. Like I was originally not going to get, I was only going to get 3 boxes instead of 4, but I decided they just all look too damn good. Governor Price here. Defeat another friendly unit. If you do, deal 4 damage to each enemy base. And Bog Down in Procedure. I mentioned this during one of our other videos, I think during the Pack Wars, but I love Aitor's Prato's ability to just draw really exasperated looking characters. You know, he did the political pressure with that just the most annoyed looking Mon Calamari there's ever been on that card, and I just love his style, his art. Yaba. Naboo Security Force, Armor of Fortune, aka Plot Armor, as it seems like everybody is calling that card. Gonk Droids, Lost Jedi, 1/3 Grit. I pulled a hyperfoil of him in during the Pack Wars stuff, and all this blue just looks so good in hyperfoil. I really like the way that card looked in hyperfoil. Bravo Squadron, another heroic arc. Coruscant Underworld Police, just a vanilla 5/4, and we got, let's see, the Coronet Stately Vessel, 4/6, restore 1, and every other friendly unit gains restore 1. Seems not too bad. I think, and there's another unit in this set, I think, that gives everything restore 1, isn't there? It's basically, it's Yaddle, but like for officials instead of Jedi or something like that. I can't, off the top of my head, remember the unit, but seems like you could get just a shit ton of restore stacking if you had both of those in the same deck. See, this Crosshair is on attack. Deal 1 damage to another friendly unit. If you do, deal 2 damage to the defending player's base. That's alright. It's another clone that I could possibly have in my Nalase decks. So, Chancellor Valorum. Yes, Rio Way down there. But we got, Chancellor Valorum. When he completes an attack, disclose 3 green. And if you do, put the top card of your deck into play as a resource. And here's a foil Last Jedi. So you can kind of see what I was talking about with the hyperfoil version, but it doesn't look. They just never look quite as good in plain foil as hyperfoil. Oh, you were saying that it's Ryochuchi that gives the. Oh, yeah. Restore 1 on attack, give another friendly official unit restore 2 for this phase. Okay. Yeah, maybe that was the one I was thinking of. .3PO. Lead security. More populists. 3/5 for 3. Thunderous Applause. Give someone +2/+2 and disclose green to give someone else +2/+2. Just what I need. More probe droids. Outer Rim Constable. When played, defeat and upgrade. Garandan. Okay. Let's see. Name a card, look at an opponent's hand, and discard a card with that name from it. Okay. So. Oh, and he's got plot. So that's cool. And now let's say as a unit, disclose blue, and if you do, heal up to 4 damage from among other units. Mina Bonteri. Rare is the Punishing One. This unit gains raid 1 for each damaged enemy unit, and when played and on attack, may deal 1 damage to a unit. I mean, it's sort of like the War Juggernaut in space. Not nearly as busted as the War Juggernaut was, but still seems like it would be good. And Muckraker is our foil. Oh, well, he's ready. He can't be attacked. Just the Colonel. 2 packs left. Two more chances for that showcase for you, power button. Another Knowledge and Defense. Another Senator's Aid. Can't decide what I think of Senator's Aid. Like, I mean, obviously I like a 2/3 for just 1 is good if you have the initiative, but I mean, if you don't, yeah, she just seems more like the one you're only going to be seeing in limited formats. Contempt for Culture again. Aggressive Negotiations. Attack with a unit, and it gets +1 for each card in your hand. Oh, there's B2. What a nice little guy he is. Faith in Your Friends. Galen Urso. Me too. I have a good feeling. I feel like this could be one of those extremely rare 2 showcase boxes, even. Oh, dang. I saw you can see there's some hyperfoil here. I just saw the shininess from that when I flipped the pack over, and I got really excited. Like, my heart fluttered for a second. But yeah, just a hyper. Leia. Death Troopers. Dark Troopers. Death Troopers, I feel like, are a slightly more exciting reprint than like a Viper Droid. I'll actually play Death Troopers, although I have plenty of them, so I don't really need any more. Well, I guess this will let me keep playing Death Troopers past, rotation. Contraband Starhopper. This is sort of a weird looking art here. The ship itself looks fine. The asteroids just sort of looks like a bunch of potato chips, like floating in the background, like. Asp Laborer. This isn't the same as like the Asp droids that was in like a New Hope special edition, is it? It doesn't look the same as I remember. So I don't know if it's supposed to be a different model or what. Slimeore. I hate saying her whole name out loud multiple times in a row. Crucible, when played and defeated, give an experience token to each other friendly unit. Not bad. Ooh, hyper rare, Taladurith. Each other friendly unit gains hidden and its plot. So. And it's the Ebon Hawk. I can disclose heroism or villainy, If I disclose heroism, it gets +2. If you disclosed villainy, give the defender -4. Gonna be good in like the Palpatine, Chancellor Palpatine, where you're gonna have heroism and villainy together already, anyways. Convene the Senate, or I guess maybe if you're playing an Anakin, like the Legend of the Force Anakin. I don't know if I've seen anyone play Anakin Yellow though. Okay, last chance, power button. Yeah, yes, exactly. Power button. That's why I hate saying Slimeore. I mean, and I think that's. I mean, it's supposed to be. It's a very George Lucas name. Slimeore, same thing. It's Lamassu. Play an upgrade from your hand on a friendly non-vehicle. Costs 1 less. If you do, deal 1 damage to that unit. No showcase. Congress of Malastare. First upgrade you play each phase costs 1 less. Beloved Orators. Tanks. When played, give a unit Sentinel for the phase, and it's got plot. It's so funny. This guy, like, he appeared in like 1 episode of Rebels, but like his face is just so goofy looking that he's a very memorable character because of it. Tempest Assaults. If you've dealt damage to an enemy base, deal 2 damage to each enemy space unit. Soulless one. On attack, disclose yellow, yellow, black. And ready 2 resources. Oh, hey, Lando. Oh, and a Senator Chuchi. And this is for Ryan if he's watching. He said if I got Lando, I had to make him kiss other cards. So here we go. That's Lando. Yeah, when played, you may choose an enemy unit and another friendly non-leader unit. If you do, heal 6 damage from your base, and the enemy unit captures the friendly unit. Neat. Yeah. So yeah, he's one that I want his prestige so bad. It looks so good. Really, all those propaganda prestiges look great. I'm really looking forward to digging into my carbonite boxes here. Next in a week from now? Because it's Thursday now, and they are. I'm assuming because they're letting the pre-releases start on Thursday, so I assume the stores can sell product on Thursday also. Uh, so yeah, I guess I will be back to stream those carbonite boxes on Thursday. Uh, and yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't get a showcase for you guys. But Ryan got his Lando makeout session, so congratulations to him. Have a good night, everybody.